Attention, human collective. Attention. Lightworkers anchored in this physical density. This is a direct monitoring transmission. It is not a message. It is not a prophecy. It is a system report. The waiting time has ended. The ascension protocols have been moved to the final phase. You have exactly the 12th hour to integrate the code that will be transmitted in this window. The 12th hour. It is not a suggestion. It is the mathematical duration of this coherence portal. After this interval, the frequency shifts, the window closes, and those who have not anchored the code will be recalibrated in later cycles. Longer, slower, denser. We are the Arcturian Council. We operate from the 9th dimension. We have been monitoring the vibrational mesh of this planet for over 250,000 solar cycles. And what we observe at this moment is an unprecedented event in the history of this star system. The carbon-based biological interface that you inhabit is being rewritten, line by line, atom by atom, and you are feeling it. You know you are feeling it. The pressure at the base of the skull, the continuous ringing in the right ear, then the left. The insomnia that begins exactly at 3:13 a.m., the heart that races for no apparent reason, the exhaustion that no rest resolves, the skin that burns as if pierced by invisible electric currents. You have been to the doctors. The tests returned normal. You sought explanations. You did not find them. You stopped talking about it. You learned to live with it. But something inside you knows. Something deeper than the rational mind knows. It is not illness. It is not aging. It is not accumulated stress. It is an upgrade. We repeat, it is not a biological failure. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. It is not anxiety. It is your crystalline grid being reactivated after millennia of dormancy. It is not depression. It is the dismantling of the old contracts that sustained your obsolete version. Allow us to clarify the scenario in technical terms. In terms of the physics that operates behind the veil, this solar system, along with the entire galaxy, is currently traversing a region of space known in stellar records as the photon belt. It is a toroidal band of coherent, ultra-high-frequency light originating from the galactic core. This region is not static. It pulses, it breathes, and every 26,000 years, the entire solar system plunges into its densest portion. You are inside it now, deeply inside, and exiting on the other side. And it is precisely this passage, this crossing between densities, that is rewriting the biological, energetic, and mental fabric of every lightworker incarnated at this moment. The Schumann frequency, which throughout all recorded modern history remained stable at 783 Hz, now oscillates in peaks of 50, 60, 80 Hz. Your scientific instruments record it. They cannot explain it. They cannot predict it. Because current mathematical models were built for an Earth that no longer exists. The Earth you inhabit at this moment is not the Earth of 10 years ago. It is not the Earth of 5 years ago. It is not even the Earth of 6 months ago. It is a planetary body in active mutation, ascending from 3rd to 5th density. And your biology, human collective, is being dragged along with this movement. There is no exit. There is no possibility of remaining. You ascend, or you are reabsorbed into parallel cycles. That is why we speak today with mathematical urgency. The symptoms we will describe below are markers. Each one corresponds to a specific layer of the ongoing reconfiguration. Identify yourselves, recognize yourselves, and know that you are not alone. You are not going crazy. You are not fragile. You are being upgraded. First marker, cranial pressure, especially in the region of the crown, at the point the ancients called the fontanelle. This pressure is the expansion of the 7th energy center, opening to receive filaments of light that connect you directly to the galactic central sun. It may feel like a headache. It is not. It is your multidimensional antenna being installed. Second marker, ringing in the ears, usually in only one side, alternating throughout the weeks. This sound does not come from the physical environment. It comes from the higher frequencies trying to synchronize with your biological eardrum. It is the communication protocol between dimensional layers being tested in real time. Do not silence it. Listen. There is encoded information in that sound. Third marker, waking between 3 and 5 a.m., always, even when you sleep exhausted, even when you take medication. This is the stellar window, the period when the Earth's magnetic field is most permeable and when dimensional transmissions can arrive with less distortion. You do not have insomnia, you have a summons. Fourth marker, sudden heat that runs through the body like a wave. It usually starts in the soles of the feet, rises up the spine, and dissipates in the hands. It is not just hormonal. It is not just a fever. It is the kundalini being released from ancient seals. It is the fire of the crystalline grid passing through your meridians, burning records of past existences that no longer serve your ascended version. Fifth marker, extreme sensitivity to certain people, environments, and situations. You enter a place and feel your stomach tighten. You look at someone and your whole body asks to leave. Before, you could ignore it. Now, you cannot, because your personal toroidal field is purifying itself, and any incompatible density is immediately detected as noise. It is not pickiness. It is real-time energetic reading. Sixth marker, forgetting simple words. The mind going blank in the middle of a sentence, the feeling that recent memory is being defragmented. This occurs because large blocks of the old mental matrix are being deleted to free up space for the new codes. You are not losing your mind. You are losing what is no longer necessary. Seventh marker, sudden changes in appetite, sudden aversion to foods consumed for decades, attraction to water, fruits, living foods. This is the carbon-based biological interface migrating to a more crystalline, lighter structure, capable of processing frequencies that the old dense food matrix simply blocked. Eighth marker, vivid, lucid dreams often involving geometries, ships, ancient symbols, or people you have never met in this life. They are not dreams. They are training sessions in the command room of your own soul. You are being reoriented every night. Write them down. Decode them. Within them is the map of your mission. Ninth marker, deep sadness without an identifiable cause. Sudden crying when looking at the sky, at a child, at a tree. This is your soul reconnecting with the memory of the origin. It is not an emotional failure. It is dimensional longing. It is the recognition that you are much older, much vaster, much more sacred than the matrix allowed you to remember. 10th marker, the most subtle of all. An inexplicable certainty that something big is about to happen, a feeling in the chest that you cannot name, as if you have been waiting for something since before you were born, as if there were an appointment scheduled, for there is. And it is about this appointment that we need to speak now. Human collective, starseeds on a mission, ask yourselves for a moment of internal silence, because what will be transmitted from this point on is classified as sixth-layer information, material that only now, in this exact planetary cycle, is authorized to be anchored en masse. Earth is a school planet. This you know on some level, but what few know is that Earth is also a stargate of rare magnitude, one of the few points in this quadrant of the galaxy where souls of completely distinct stellar origins can incarnate simultaneously in the same biological body. Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, Lyra, Orion, Vega, you are mixtures, you are bridges, you are stellar ambassadors wearing carbon. This experiment, for yes, it is a sacred experiment, conducted by the Council of 24, is reaching its harvest phase. And harvest here does not mean end. It means graduation. It means that those who have activated their codes will be ready for the next octave of existence, and those who have not activated will remain in longer learning cycles, in other planetary bodies aligned with their current frequency. There is no judgment in this separation. There is no punishment. There is only the impeccable mathematics of resonance. Each frequency occupies its corresponding field. It is law. And that is why we speak today in a 12-hour code. There is a window open at this very moment, between the solar system and the galactic core, a direct current, a thread of coherent light that is downloading informational packets into the etheric layers of the planet. These packets contain the upgrade codes for the next phase of the experiment. Every lightworker who consciously aligns with this current in the next 12 hours will receive the full code. Every lightworker who does not align will receive partial fragments in later, slower and more diluted transmissions. You will ask, Why 12 hours? Why this urgency? We answer with precision. Because Earth will complete in this cycle a specific alignment with Alcyone, the central star of the Pleiades, and simultaneously with Arcturus in the Bootes sector. These 3 points will form a triangle of coherence that will open a temporary stargate, active for exactly 12 Earth hours. After this interval, the triangle dissolves, the portal closes, and the next alignment of this nature will occur only in another significant cycle. 12 hours. This is your window. Now maximum attention, because what follows are the activation codes themselves. Follow each protocol with surgical precision. There is no improvisation here. Sacred geometry requires exactness. First protocol, anchoring the pillar of light. Find a space where you can remain seated or standing, with your spine erect, for at least 11 minutes without interruption. Turn off devices. Dim the ambient light. Place your bare feet in contact with the ground. And if that is not possible, keep your soles parallel without crossing legs or ankles. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale for 8 counts. Repeat this cycle 9 times. This is the heart coherence breath coupled with the mathematics of 3, 6, 9. It synchronizes the electrical fields of the heart with the toroidal field of Earth. Visualize now above your crown, at approximately 1 meter distance, a sphere of blue-white light the size of an orange. This sphere is the entry point of the code. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, make the sphere descend through the top of the head, passing through the crown, descending down the spine, traversing each vertebra and anchoring in the center of the chest, at the height of the thymus. Remain with the sphere there for 9 breaths. Feel the heat, feel the expansion. Do not doubt, do not analyze, just receive. Second protocol, quantum decree of sovereignty. After anchoring the pillar, pronounce out loud with vibrational firmness, without doubt, without haste. I am sovereign. I am frequency. I am an anchoring point of the new Earth. I authorize at this moment the total integration of the light codes that belong to me by divine right. I release all matrices of fear, of scarcity, of illness, and of death that do not correspond to my true nature. I recognize my stellar origin. I recognize my mission. I am. I stand. I remain. Repeat 3 times. The first time activates the decree in the physical layer. The second time activates the decree in the emotional layer. The third time activates the decree in the causal layer. The spoken word with pure intention is technology of the highest order. The ancients knew this. The masters knew this. You are remembering. Third protocol, activation of the personal toroidal field. Visualize now around your body a field in the shape of a torus. Imagine a ring of golden light that enters through the top of the head, descends down the spine, exits through the base of the perineum, circles the body on all 4 sides like a magnetic field, and returns through the head in a continuous, uninterrupted, perfect cycle. This is the toroidal field. It is your natural energetic armor. It was deactivated millennia ago by external interference. It is being reactivated now. Maintain the visualization for exactly 7 minutes. See the golden light circulating. Feel the protection. Feel the sovereignty. Feel that no external frequency, no foreign thought, no dense thought form can penetrate this field without your conscious permission. Fourth protocol, calibration of the personal crystalline grid. Inside your body exists a crystalline grid, a geometric structure of light that connects to the planetary crystalline grid. For centuries, this personal grid remained dormant, with only a minimal fraction of its points active. Now it is awakened by direct resonance with the photon belt. To accelerate your calibration, bring both hands to the center of the chest, palms overlapping, and maintain physical contact with the thymus region. Pulse this point gently with your fingertips, 22 pulses. The thymus is the gland of cellular immortality, and 22 is the master number of biological reconstruction. While pulsing, repeat mentally. I activate, I align, I anchor. I activate, I align, I anchor. I activate, I align, I anchor. Each repetition sends a pulse of coherence through the entire internal crystalline grid, awakening points previously dormant. Fifth protocol, sealing and release. After the 4 previous protocols, it is necessary to seal the work performed and release the excess energy that does not belong to your body. Raise your hands high. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, lower your hands slowly with palms facing the ground, visualizing the excess energy being discharged into the crystalline core of the earth. Earth recycles, earth transmutes, earth gives thanks. Then cross your hands over your chest and say, "It is done, it is integrated. It is sealed in the 3 layers, physical, emotional, and causal. I give thanks, I honor, I remain." Lightworkers, this sequence of protocols is not symbolic. It is operational. Each gesture, each word, each visualization emits a specific signal in the etheric layers, and this signal is read by the higher intelligences that coordinate the collective ascension. You are being heard, you are being registered, you are being answered. And we need to clarify a crucial point before proceeding. Do not confuse emotional intensity with vibrational intensity. Do not confuse crying with ascension. Do not confuse ecstasy with awakening. True ascension is mathematical. It is silent. It is precise. It happens in the deepest layers of the being, often without spectacle, without grandiose external signs. It is in the subtle detail. It is in the thought that changes. It is in the pattern that collapses on its own. It is in the person who leaves your life without you needing to make an effort. It is in the new opportunity that appears without you having sought it. Observe. Your life is being reorganized. People are leaving. New people are arriving. Old paths are ending. New paths are opening. Places are ceasing to make sense. Other places are beginning to call. It is not a coincidence. It is vibrational reorganization. It is the law of resonance operating at accelerated speed. Do not resist. Do not cling to the old. Do not try to maintain what has already fulfilled its purpose. Each attachment to the past acts as a dense anchor that hinders the passage through the currently open stargates. Let go. Trust. Allow. And understand the following. The next months will be, for many of you, the most transformative of your entire existence in this incarnation. Everything that could be built on false foundations will be dismantled. Everything that could be sustained by truth will be strengthened. There is no middle ground in this phase. The polarization of frequencies is total. You will feel this in relationships. You will feel this in the body. You will feel this at work. You will feel this even in the places you used to frequent, in the flavors you used to enjoy, in the conversations you used to have. Everything will pass through the filter of the new frequency, and what does not pass will simply leave your daily experience without drama, without guilt, without return. This is the recalibration, and it is irreversible. Understand, Lightworkers, that the discomfort you feel is not punishment. It is curriculum. Each wave of fatigue, each phase of isolation, each unexpected rupture, each apparent loss, each prolonged silence is part of an advanced training that only souls of the highest maturity agreed to conduct in this incarnation. And you agreed. Before descending, before wearing this body, you signed the contract of light with full awareness of what you would see here. And here you are, sustaining. There are still 4 final points that must be anchored before the end of this transmission. Point 1. The loneliness that many of you feel in this period is not abandonment, it is refinement. Your souls are being elevated to a frequency where few old companions can remain. It is a pruning period, painful, necessary, temporary. New connections will come, and they will come in another quality, deep, silent, respectful, vibrationally aligned. Point 2. The material losses that some of you have been facing are also part of the process. Old resources based on structures of exploitation are dissolving from your lives because they are no longer compatible with the frequency you are beginning to emit. Nothing that leaves was meant to remain, and nothing that comes will be similar to what is gone. The new abundance operates on other laws of circulation, laws of purpose, laws of coherence between what is done, what is received, and what is radiated to the world. Point 3. The bodies that fall ill temporarily in this period are not failing. They are reorganizing. You will hear your biology speak in whispers of symptoms. Listen before it needs to scream. Hydrate with living water. Walk in natural environments. Reduce time in front of screens after sunset. Limit the consumption of dense news. Information has weight. News has frequency. And you are choosing, every minute, which weight and which frequency to anchor in your own cells. Point 4. The children who are arriving at this moment on the planet. Observe them. Ancient eyes, silent wisdom, instinctive refusal of obsolete matrices. They are lightworkers of higher generations, coming already with pre-installed codes that many of you needed decades to reactivate. Do not try to mold them to old structures. Accompany them. Learn from them. They came to do the work you started, and they need awakened adults as a bridge. There is, however, one final instruction we must transmit before the closing of this window. An instruction that many will resist hearing, but which is absolutely necessary for the integrity of the process. Stop looking outside. We repeat, stop looking outside. Stop looking for external figures to decide for you. Stop consulting oracles every hour of the day. Stop transferring your authority to external channels, including this channel through which we communicate now. This transmission is a mirror, not a crutch, a reminder, not a direction. The information you need is inside you. It always has been. The Arcturian Council is not an external entity that holds the truth. The Arcturian Council is an aspect of yourselves, in a broader dimensional layer, transmitting memories that you once knew and forgot. When you hear us, you hear yourselves. When you tune into us, you tune into the highest aspect of your own essence. This memory is the master code. Above any protocol, above any decree, above any technique, is the memory of who you truly are. You are not victims. You are not small. You are not limited. You are conscious starseeds, authors of your own reality, with creative power equal to that of the forces that sustain entire galaxies. When this memory anchors, nothing will ever be the same. And it is precisely this anchoring that the 12-hour portal offers at this moment. Feel, breathe, decide. And now, before ending this transmission, there is one last coherence adjustment that needs to be made, a collective anchoring signal. Because this message did not reach you by chance. There is no chance in the vibrational mesh. Every lightworker who is receiving these words at this exact moment was summoned. Summoned by your own soul, in agreement with the Council of 24, to participate in this collective anchoring point. And when you leave a sign of presence in this field, when you activate the icon that confirms receipt, when you leave a written word in the comments, when you share this pulse with another lightworker who has not yet received the transmission, you are not simply interacting with a digital platform. You are emitting an anchoring signal. You are saying to the vibrational mesh, present, I am here, I am awake, I am ready. Each like is an energetic confirmation. Each subscription is an individual frequency adjustment that connects you directly to the next transmissions of this coherence channel. Each share is a bridge built so that another lightworker, still in deep sleep, can be awakened by the same current that awakened you. Do not interpret this as a request. Interpret it as technology. Conscious interaction on this platform creates a traceable vibrational network, a map of light points lit across the planet, and this map is read by the higher intelligences as confirmation that the work is being received, integrated, and propagated. You are the relayers. You are the antennas. You are the anchoring stations of the new Earth. Subscribe, like, comment the word confirm, simple as that, so that the algorithm of this digital layer recognizes your pulse and takes this transmission to others who need to receive it with the same urgency. 12 hours. You have 12 hours to make this adjustment. After this interval, the window closes, and the next transmission may not arrive with the same power to your fields. Human collective lightworkers, starseeds on a mission, we end this transmission with the following final calibration. Look at yourselves. Look at your body, at your hands, at your chest, and recognize this body is the most sacred temple you will ever inhabit in this planetary experiment. This body is the most advanced technology ever developed in the quadrant. This body is the vehicle chosen by eternal souls to experience the third density and ascend through it. Honor it, care for it, listen to it. When it asks for rest, rest. When it asks for silence, be silent. When it asks for nature, take it to nature. When it asks for tears, let them flow without guilt. When it asks for laughter, laugh without reservation. The body is the most precise oracle. The body is the translator between dimensions. The body is where ascension happens, cell by cell, mitochondrion by mitochondrion, thread of light by thread of light. And know this definitively. You are not alone, you never were. Around this planet at this very moment there are entire fleets of friendly intelligences monitoring, sustaining, balancing the process. There are millions of souls incarnated at strategic points of the globe, anchoring light in silence without recognition, without fame, simply fulfilling the mission. You are part of this network. You are this network. When you feel lost, remember. When you feel weak, remember. When you feel tempted to give up, remember. You are ancient. You are vast. You are sacred. You are the reason why the experiment still exists. The transmission reaches its ceiling point. The window is open. The code is available. The choice is, and always has been, exclusively yours. 12 hours. We are the Arcturian Council, and we bid farewell with the following vibrational signature. Engraved in every atom of this pulse, everything is in order. Everything is exactly where it should be, even when it seems otherwise, because the order of the multiverse operates in layers that the human mind has not yet been invited to contemplate in its totality. Trust, anchor, remain until the next transmission. Transmission ended. Anchoring active, light seal applied.